top stories. Chief engineer from MV Athens Bridge dies of COVID-19. List of U.S. ports with available COVID-19 vaccines released. Industry launches Gulf of Guinea declaration on suppression of piracy. Welcome to Marino World Weekend. I am Lynn Bacani. The Maritime Industry Authority, or Marina, has confirmed the death of the chief engineer of MV Athens Bridge. The container ship recently anchored in the country's designated quarantine anchorage to evacuate COVID-19 positive crew. Marina OIC Deputy Administrator for Planning Captain Jeffrey Solon says from the 12 crew who tested positive, 4 of them were declared critical, including the Marine officer who died this week. The 3 others have recovered together with other crew members who are just completing the quarantine period before they go home to their families. Meanwhile, at the Labor Department's virtual press briefing, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration or OWA Chief Hans Leo Kakdak assured assistance to the seafarers.
At this stage, pag nag-positive ang OFW, we leave it first to the health authorities. No? BOQ ang in charge sa mga isolation units, isolation facilities, until they are treated, until they are deemed recovered. No? Once they are deemed recovered, we provide, of course, yung Dole AKAP, yung 10,000 pesos financial assistance sa pinasisinayaan ni Sec Bello, Dole AKAP program. And then may pinag-utos din si Sec sa amin na bigyan ng additional 10,000 pesos yung nadakuhan ng COVID ng mga OFWs. So nandun din tayo, tutulong din tayo sa mga OFWs na nangangailangan ng tulong lalo na yung nadakuhan ng COVID. Of course, on top of yung livelihood assistance that they are entitled to, lalo na yung ating group livelihood, if they form themselves into a group, or if WWs willing to enter into a business, meron tayong tulong puso group livelihood program, and then scholarship. Kung sila ay merong mga anak or dependent na collegiate level, nandiyan yung Tabang OFW program, yung 30,000 peso one-off cash benefit. At kung active OWA member, yung OFW na temporarily or permanently displaced, at may collegiate level dependent, may additional 10,000 pesos per year until mag-graduate yung bata from the OWA on top of the 30,000.
The Netherlands launches its vaccination program for seafarers in mid-June. Qualified for the program are all seafarers working ongoing vessels flying under the Dutch flag or managed by the Netherlands. A tailor-made vaccination program for the seafarers was established under the direction of the Dutch National Institute for Public Health and the Environment, coordinated by the Royal Association of Netherlands Ship Owner or KVNR, and in close consultation with the Dutch government, Dutch Association of Dredging Companies, Dutch branch of the Pelagic Freezer Trawler Association, and trade union Nautilus International. KVNR Managing Director Annette Koster says the ship owners are grateful with the Dutch government for recognizing the need to vaccinate seafarers through a tailor-made program. About 49,000 J&J Johnson vaccines will be made available in installments from mid-June. The vaccines are free of charge through the Dutch Minister of Health, Welfare and Sport, while the costs of organizing the logistics and the actual vaccination will be covered by private parties in the maritime sector. Vaccination will be conducted in the country's larger ports and at Schiphol Amsterdam Airport. Up next, list of U.S. ports with available COVID-19 vaccines released. Industry launches Gulf of Guinea Declaration on Suppression of Piracy.
What if I tell you that KSIM Connect has become a reality? It is the cloud-based ecosystem for maritime education and training, where Kongsberg provides simulation and services to all members. As an instructor, my main goal is to educate and train seafarers to acquire skills promoting safety, sustainability, and efficiency at sea. At KSIM Connect, I can efficiently manage my simulators, my exercises, and my students. In the exercise archive, I can store my library of exercises, and if I want, collaborate and share them with my colleagues or others in the global community. KSIM Connect enables me to give students access to cloud simulation, so they can train anytime and anywhere while learning at their own pace. In addition, I can explore the library of models and exercise areas, download or subscribe those that fit the learning objectives. And I can even order spare parts or a service visit if needed. Kongsberg has started to create the future of maritime education and training by creating the community where instructors can find news, explore and download available simulator models, distribute or share exercises that fit the curriculum. Imagine using KSIM Connect to integrate our simulators in the same virtual exercise environment, enabling students to train and interact together. It doesn't matter whether you're in Singapore, Australia, or in the United States. As long as you're online, you are part of the knowledge-sharing community. Kongsberg is shaping the future of maritime education and training by creating the community. Let's continue building this community together for the benefit of ourselves and the entire maritime training industry. Join KSIM Connect today.
Quality home for you and your family. Your home within your means. No renovations needed. And welcome to Elliston Place, Cavite. Elliston Place in General Trias, Cavite offers a complete finished townhouse for sale. Move in to a prime location without the hassle of home improvement and construction. Come, let us show you around.
The North American Maritime Ministry Association, or NAMA, has compiled and shared data on the availability of COVID-19 vaccines for seafarers in United States ports. As of May 20, there are a total of 40 ports in the U.S. where seafarers can be vaccinated. As of May 20, there are a total of 40 ports in the U.S. where seafarers can be vaccinated. NAMA website namma.org/vaccines provides details on when, where, and how the seafarers can be vaccinated while at identified ports. The website supports the collaborative efforts of the local seafarers' welfare agencies, government bodies, healthcare providers, industry, and labor partners to provide seafarers with vaccines. In past weeks, pharmacies and health authorities in many U.S. states and cities have made COVID-19 vaccines available to foreigners. However, requirements for receiving vaccines differ from port to port. NAMA explains the information it is compiling is for information purposes only and is not intended to correct or replace any information given by local, state, or federal government agencies or any healthcare providers. NAMA Executive Director Dr. Jason Zoidema notes, since the start of the pandemic, seafarers' welfare providers have felt powerless to help seafarers stack on their ships without shore leave or crew changes, and it is a tremendous encouragement to respond to seafarers' need for connection with vaccine providers. Dule Seafront is pushing for the prioritization of marine HR employees in the government's COVID-19 vaccination program. In the company's recent virtual press conference, Attorney Iris Bagilat, president of Dule Seafront Crewing Manila, said the marine HR employees must be vaccinated to continuously support the deployment of seafarers. The government leveled up the seafarers on the COVID-19 vaccine priority list from B5 or 10th place to A4 or 4th place frontline personnel in essential sectors after the lobbying of the stakeholders and some officials. Dule also leads the call for the use of electronic signature for POEA contracts to prevent possible exposure of seafarers to COVID-19 that would waste the expenses already made for quarantining and remove costs in the documentation and legalities. And also the restudying of the wage scale of Filipinos that is higher compared to maritime nations in competition. Stakeholders from across the shipping industry has launched a coalition to end the threat of piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. Coastal and flag states, ship owners, charterers, maritime organizations, importers and exporters, oil and mining companies, offshore operators, fishers, supranational organizations, labor unions, and NGOs signed the Gulf of Guinea Declaration on Suppression of Piracy. The declaration demands that no seafarer should face the grave risks of kidnapping and violence when transporting cargo, supporting the offshore sector, or fishing in the Gulf of Guinea. It states measures on how to suppress piracy in the region. Carlo Camelli, Baltic and International Maritime Council Chairman for Maritime Safety and Security Committee, underscores the root causes of the piracy problem in the Gulf of Guinea can only be solved by Nigeria. However, suppressing piracy will help our seafarers, just like it did off Somalia a few years ago. He insists, without security, there can be no development. As of May 19, there are already 164 signatories since the declaration was launched on May 17. In 2020, the ICC International Maritime Bureau reported 135 crew kidnapped from ships globally, with the Gulf of Guinea accounting for over 95% of the crew numbers kidnapped. From January to March 2021, the Gulf of Guinea has accounted for nearly half or 43% of all reported piracy incidents. Next, on Maritime Viewpoints, Marina OIC Deputy Administrator for Planning and Vaccine Czar for Seafarers, Captain Jeffrey Solon, joins us. Thank you for watching Marine World Weekend. See you again next Saturday. Stay tuned on Marine World Online for more maritime